Hey everyone, come on in, pull up an ear or two. I'm Charlie, Auntie Charlie, hence the name of the chat. Um, how y'all doing? Um, my intentions were to come on earlier or to at least post this earlier in the day. It didn't really go that well. Um, I fell asleep. I did a nice little nap earlier. And to be honest with you, when I woke up, my phone was dead, my computer was dead because I fell asleep with both of them on. That's neither here nor there. So I'll just get to the point. Um, the topic of this chat is gonna be about love, unconditional love. If you ever love someone, well, first of all, everybody and their mama have their definition of unconditional love. Mine personally is when you can love someone without any expectations from them. When you can love someone without any requirements from them. Okay. So, and I have recently had to walk away from someone that I have been or had been dealing with off and on for the last 4 years that I can honestly say I love unconditionally. Now, that was no easy task by any means. Um, and it's only been about a week. I did sort of I guess you can say a test run of this a month prior to actually doing it, um, just to see how it would go. It wasn't planned then; it just kind of happened that way because it had been building up. Me and this person, um, it was not supposed to be a um, relationship, situationship, whatever you want to call it. Mind you, just for the record, a situationship is you're single. Um, that is just another name for it, y'all. You're fucking, but you're single. Um, as my brother-in-law would so eloquently put it. Um, we started off as supposed to be friends. We're supposed to be working out. He was supposed to be helping me get in shape, better shape. I had already really lost all the weight. I just needed to get in some, better shape. He was a gym rat. He owns his own business. He's a Leo. I'm a Pisces, which in my, hindsight, that should have been a red flag for me. But like I said, I wasn't really looking for nothing. Um, uh, like that. I really just wanted to get in shape. And I didn't really see him that way. Um, although upon meeting him face to face, I was like, damn, he fine, but it just kind of was a flyby thought, really. Um, and I really thought that he was gonna help me get in shape. After 4 years, we never exercised ever, not in the true sense of the word. Anyway, if you get what I'm saying. So, um, yeah. Um, Mind you, we only went on one date, and that's when him and I took another female out, and him and I split the tab. That's the only date we ever went on. Outside of our first initial meeting, and he bought me a coffee, like a sweetened coffee at McDonald's. That's where we met at initially. That's pretty much it. Out of 4 years, that's what I got. Um, every time I suggested us, going somewhere, it was all or doing something. It was always, yeah, babe, we can go, we can do it, but we never went. We never done nothing. My love language, how my love cup is filled, is quality time. That's my number one, and the rest of them just kind of fall, after that. Um, so if spending a long time with my significant other or the person that I'm trying to get to know or be with is my love language. Excuse me. So if I only get an hour with you, please, for the love of God, try to give me at least 30 minutes of that with uninterrupted time. No texting, no electronics. I mean, the TV fine, but I mean, don't be looking at your game. I mean, and half of the shit that you're looking at on your phone is recorded. You can look at it later. It's not like it's happening right now. A text that you texting, you can respond to later. It's not dire. And he would do it. And when I would say something to him about it, it was always something along the lines of, "Oh, it's just a text," or "Oh, it's just a game," or "Oh, it's just," you know what I'm saying? It was dismissing how I felt. So if you did dismissing how I felt about it, then you don't care. So it was kind of chiseling away at, my feelings, which meant he didn't care. So when it really started to bother me is when I realized how much I was caring about him. And I was like, okay, this is becoming an issue. So it went on for a while, mind you. At this time, it's too late for my heart. But I was like, okay. Now, me being a true Pisces, um, I have this ridiculous desire to see the good in everyone. And if I care for them, if I love them, then it's just amplified even more. So I was like, you know what? I see the good. I know the good is there. I know he has the capacity to love and to a certain degree. And then I see all the beautiful things he's capable of doing. I just didn't understand why he didn't want to do them or offer it to me. Like, what is so horrible about me? You see what I'm saying? Okay. So I know I wasn't no baddie, but I'm not Godzilla's twin. Like, what the fuck? I digress. So moving along, um, it was like little stuff like that that just kept happening over and over and over. For instance, like it was coming up on Valentine's Day, and he um he started acting funny, which was kind of out of character, just a twitch. And he didn't want to answer the text, he didn't want to answer the calls. And I was more concerned that something was wrong as opposed to him being with somebody else, because we had established in the beginning that, well, he had made it clear that we weren't exclusive. So that's why I was like, making sure he was okay. So I'm calling, I'm texting, "You all right?" He didn't want to respond. So finally, I'm like, well, shit, I just trying to make sure you're okay. Then he finally wanted to respond. I was like, because I did actually want to talk to him about something. It was coming up on Valentine's and all this good shit. And I texted him that, something along the line of that. And he was like, You know, I just, what did he say? He said something like, he didn't say I was getting on his nerves, but that was kind of like what he was saying. Mind you, when I was texting and I was calling, it was not back to back. Like I text maybe that morning to see if he was okay, or that day before. He didn't respond. And I maybe text and call that evening, he didn't respond. So that day of, I tried him again and he didn't respond. So I'm like, well, shit, is you okay? You all right? He didn't respond. So I didn't try no more, you know? So that was maybe 3 times and I just gave up. And I guess to him, that was a lot. That was too much. Okay, fuck it. I'll leave you alone. If you're hanging off the side of damn 285 Spaghetti Junction or whatever, then maybe it'll be on the news and we'll find out later. Finally, I think it might have been the day after, or the day of, or whatever. Oh, no, 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 no. It was the day right before Valentine's, or Valentine's Day. It was right there. He texted me back and he was like, basically, I was getting on his nerves. Like I said, that's not his true words, but that's what he said. He said that I was draining him, and he, blah blah blah. And then he was like, well, I think I need to reevaluate us. So I texted him back and I said, okay, you do what you feel is right. And later, a few days later, a week later, whatever, he called, texted me. He was like, hey. I was like, hey. And he did not apologize. He's never apologized. He did not apologize. What he said was, I just felt like you were draining me and you were putting more pressure on me than uplifting me, or something along those lines. Then he goes right into his spiel of, did I want to see him? So basically, what happened was, I'm just going to break this down for whoever was not following along with what I was trying to say. He blew me off for Valentine's so he could spend it with his other woman. Okay? He pretended like he had an issue with me so he could spend it with the other lady that he was dealing with. And then the next week, he decided he wanted to see me. He wanted to like smooth things over so he could see me. And he knew how I felt about him, so he figured I wasn't with nobody else. So before I could get with anybody else, he wanted to make sure he saw me. You following along? So that's what happened. Me being me, no, I was not with nobody else. So by the time that week rolled around, he said he wanted to see me. He saw me. That's the type of stuff that happened over the course of the 4 years I've dealt with him. In hindsight, it didn't feel like that when I was going through it. But like I said, in hindsight, that's how it was. Now, mind you, he had always said, oh, no, I didn't, I don't really like to celebrate holidays and this, that, and the third. But thinking back, he never liked to celebrate holidays, so he would not have to celebrate them with me. It was very convenient for him to forget me. He always forgot me. He forgot me on my birthday. Mind you, if I'm not mistaken, I actually saw him on my birthday this past March. Or the day, it was like either on my birthday or the day after. So I called this man. He was out of town, I think. Probably with her, I don't know. He was out of town. And he when I got to his place, he he was like, hey, I had been telling him, like dropping little hints. Hey, now mind you, I didn't expect nothing because, like I said, he never really ever gave me anything. But I did at least expect to have a birthday. Shit. So I got to his place and we was sitting on the edge of his bed. And he was flipping through the TV and whatever. And we were kind of talking and he was doing his absent-minded thing. Like, I guess he was trying to get his mind right to fuck me or whatever. I don't know. So we're sitting there and he was like, how you doing? I was like, fine. We were just talking about nothing. And I'm waiting on my happy birthday or the acknowledgement of it or something. He never said nothing. And I'm like, so, what's the day? And he was like, mind you, I just told him the day prior, the day before that. And I think I had told him that day, earlier that day, and nothing, just crickets. So finally, I was just like, so you really don't know what today is? He was like, nah, what you mean? I was like, my birthday? He was like, oh, babe, I'm sorry, I forgot. Happy birthday. I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I didn't say nothing else. I was supposed to see him um the this past Friday or the whenever that because I just walked away from him. I just broke it off about a week or two ago. And that Friday, I was supposed to see him. Or that Monday, I was supposed to see him. And I was on my way to his house because I wanted to tell him face to face. I wanted us to have a face to face conversation about us not seeing each other no more. And this man is intuitive. So I'm guessing maybe he already knew what was what because he wouldn't answer the phone, he wouldn't answer the text. And I was just like, fuck it. So when I texted and I called him, he didn't respond. I pulled up on the side of the road and I was like, you know what? Don't worry about listening to the voicemail. I'm just gonna tell you what I need you to know, real short and sweet in this text. Um, I wish you well, wishes. Um, I've been chilling, waiting on you to tell me the truth about the situation. You never did, so it's been nice, and that was pretty much the gist of the text. And like I said, I wish you well, your friend Charlie, and um, I sent the text, and that was it. Probably never gonna hear from him again because if you don't care about somebody, you're not gonna respond to a text like that. And if I do, it'll be like an ego trip on his part because I'm the one that cut it off. And I'm not gonna text or call him because why? Yeah. So if you have ever been involved, mind you, y'all, this is kind of sort of like a short version of me trying to, um, if we ever have a discussion and I feel some type of way as far as the love thing, um, excuse me, a relationship, or y'all hear me say something kind of come off in the left field about that whole topic, you have sort of an idea of why. Um, Me and my love track has been all types of not good. It has been real, real whack. Um, my track record in love is just not good. So, yeah. So this is very recent. Um, very drained. My guard is much taller than my headboard to my bed. Yeah, I'm in my bed being lazy, but it is almost 10 o'clock p.m. I have to be up in a few hours for work. Um, and yeah, breathe. But I'm a big girl. This is not the first time, I've had to deal with something similar to this. But I pray to the heavens above that it is the last. Um, I'd rather walk on this earth alone rather than to have to deal with this again. But I have to believe that all the love that I have given out, I will get back tenfold. I have to believe that, because if I don't, oh my God, woof, that's a lot of love to have given out and not to even get anything back. Mm, like nothing? Like, sheesh. But it's going to come back to me. It's going to come back to me tenfold. And I just pray I have enough capacity to accept it all. Yeah. So, like I said, I got to be up in a few, so I'm going to cut this short. And if you've ever been in love with someone to the brink of where you prayed for them and then pray for yourself, mind y'all, I prayed for this man and his family, and I didn't even pray for myself. Real talk. That's how you know you love somebody. For real, real. That's a true sign. I had to walk away because, like I said, I know he was not going to cut the ties because he was comfortable. He was comfortable in his zone. He was comfortable going back and forth. And the one or two times that he did tell me he loved me, it always felt like he was saying it to pacify me, not because he meant it. That's an awful feeling. Don't say shit to me you don't mean. Nothing. Because promise you, I'm not going to say nothing to you I don't mean. Especially not, I love you. Period. Okay, I'm going to get up off now. Or it's going to be a whole nother video and I ain't got the time. Uh, so until my next video, I wish y'all well. Wish y'all much love. And I may post something tomorrow and I may go live. I'm not sure, but it is Sunday evening. And tomorrow's Monday. Woo, I know my days of my week. At least from Sunday to Monday. And y'all have a good one. And it's going to be okay. At least I'm going to tell myself that. So y'all tell yourself that. Good night.